All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. Braybrand, Superintendent for Lynchburg City Schools. It's a real pleasure and honor to have everyone here today. We have a wonderful collaboration between Lynchburg City Schools and the City of Lynchburg, and really the program Let's Move, and we're going to get a chance to highlight the power of physical education. I want you to know Lynchburg City Schools has had a big commitment to physical education. In the last 2 years, we've added 50% physical education time in our elementary schools. We've hired 6 additional elementary PE teachers, and we've really made a concentrated effort to put more physical education in. We need to have kids with sound minds and also with sound bodies. It's also a pleasure to introduce the principal of Perrymont, a school that has had over 30-point gains in all the SOL subject areas over the last 2 years, just profiled on the front page the News in Advance, and it's under Miss Nelson's leadership that we're seeing tremendous improvements in students' academic and physical abilities and efforts and outcomes. So without further ado, Miss Karen Nelson.
Good afternoon. It's such a pleasure to have all of you here. And thank you, Dr. Braybrand, for showcasing the work that's been done here the last 2 years. We are thrilled with the improvement and achievement, but we realize we can't focus on just one area. We also need to focus on the whole child, and we do that in a variety of ways. And one of the ways that we do that is to promote health and wellness. And we're excited about a program that we have here at Perrymont as part of our 21st Century Grant, our morning fitness program, 5 days a week. Children come before school to participate in a variety of physical fitness activities. They get fit, they get healthy, and they also learn some skills that will help them in different sports. And it helps their day get off to a really great start. They're energized and ready to go. And we are committed, as I said, to the whole child. This time I'd like to introduce to you Mayor Foster. We're so thrilled to have you here. Please come forward. We're anxious to hear about tomorrow's plans. Mayor Foster.
This is just exciting time in our history here in Lynchburg, our health history, and I want to tell you why. I want to say officially good afternoon, good late afternoon, and I want to thank Principal Karen Nelson for turning on a dime and saying, can we do this? Because we did not have this press release and permission to talk about this until the White House told us to. So that's, when the White House tells you to do something, you listen. But I also want to thank our superintendent, Dr. Braybrand, because you also turned quickly on a dime and made this happen today. And I want to thank our press who are here and all of our teachers. And I want to also thank my fellow council members because we have had an extremely, extremely busy day in Lynchburg. And they have been at everything I've been at. And I want to recognize Councilmember Sterling Wilder. Thank you for coming, Sterling. And our Vice Mayor, Trinae Tweedy. Thank you for coming. And I want to give a special shout out to Joanne because, and to Luann, our communications and marketing, and Phil. They just, we call them up. We need blah, blah, blah. We need this, and it's there. And so thank you, Joanne. I know it's been a long week already, but I'm so excited to tell you about this next thing that's going to happen tomorrow because I want the press. This is big for Lynchburg. This is huge because I'm going to be joining Lindsey Cawood, Jayla, and Jesse Toms tomorrow. We're going to get on a train and we're going to head to Washington, D.C. And we're going to meet personally. Hi, come on in because we want you to hear this. Okay. I'm just getting ready to announce what we're going to do tomorrow. And like I said, we're going to get on a train. We're going to go at 7:30 in the morning at the invitation of the First Lady and the White House. We have been asked of all the 500 cities, towns, and counties across the nation, not across Virginia, the nation, to come and help the First Lady, these two young folks here, who go to school here at Perrymont to help her harvest her garden tomorrow. Do you know our First Lady has talked and walked her health walk and her health talk? She wants our children to be healthy, to eat, to be active. So what she did when she first got to the White House, she had a garden dug. And she had some healthy vegetables planted. And every fall, she harvests her vegetables. And there are going to be 2 of about 20 children who have been invited for this very, very special privilege to get down on the ground, dig in the dirt with our First Lady, and harvest those vegetables. Well, guess what? Lindsey and I are going to get to watch. We have to promise to stand from a distance and not jump up there with the kids. So it's going to be hard for me because I'm so excited for our community. I'm excited for these young people. And I'm excited for us because we have worked hard with the Live Healthy Lynchburg initiative to make this day happen. So not only are they going to harvest these vegetables with her, they're going to get to go into the White House kitchen and help the chef prepare the meal. And then they're going to get Talia and Jesse to sit down with our First Lady and eat that meal. Is that pretty awesome or what? Yes. All right, Lynchburg. All right, Talia and Jesse. And why did Talia and Jesse get selected? Well, because they have worked with us, with Live Healthy Lynchburg. We have been in their community and with their Prayer of Faith Temple, working there in the afternoons, talking about nutritional eating and about how important it is to exercise and eat properly. Lynchburg, again, I'm going to repeat this, was the only city from a pool of 500 cities, towns, and counties to be given this honor. This wonderful achievement was made possible by not just me, by not just Lindsey, but by a community-wide collective effort with various community partners. That included Central Virginia Health District, the City of Lynchburg, Live Healthy Lynchburg Coalition, there's a whole bunch of us, Lynchburg City Schools, and many, many other players, workplaces, Central Health, the list goes on. But we were all concerned when they told us that we were the 4th most obese city in the nation. Well, guess what? Here we are. That was 2012. Here we are, 2016. And we've been asked to come and help the First Lady. You know why we got recognized for that? Because we have now, and the event will also recognize the progress that we have made in Let's Move cities, towns, and counties, which awards a series of medals. And we were down at the bottom of these medals. I'm telling you, folks, we didn't have gold medals, we didn't have bronze medals, we didn't have silver medals, we had 0 medals when we started. But as a collective group, we worked together. And we brought about now, and we have just heard, we have 5 gold medals. So I think that deserves a huge hand clap, and I'm so excited. But you know what? We can't just have the accolades, go and, harvest the vegetables with the First Lady tomorrow. We have to continuing on. We're on a journey, and we're going to get healthy. And thank you, Dr. Braybrand. Thank you, Principal Nelson. And thank you, all the teachers sitting out in their audience who have worked very diligently to have healthy breakfast, get a good start every day in our schools, and then to continue and stress how important exercise is. And that's why tomorrow is a culmination of sorts with the First Lady's campaign, because guess what? It's her last harvest. She'll be leaving the White House. But she's also going to let us know how this will continue on, because it is important work that our children need to grow up healthy and not look at a life that's full of health risk. So as a community, I again want us to recommit that we will work our very best at staying healthy and being great examples for the children who will be the future of this community. And now, Lindsey, I'm going to ask you to come up and say a few words, and then we'll just get our show on the road and probably go home, go to bed early so we can get up early and catch that train to DC tomorrow. Thank you all for coming out. Appreciate it.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lindsey Cawood. I am the Community Health Planner and Public Information Officer for the Central Virginia Health District of Virginia Department of Health. And I'm also the coordinator for Live Healthy Lynchburg. And I am so excited to be here today and for the opportunity that we have to provide these children. Mayor Foster, myself, Jesse, and Jalea have the exciting privilege to not only represent the health department, the city, Live Healthy Lynchburg, and our schools, various community partners, but over the 500 locations comprising Let's Move Cities, Towns, and Counties campaign. So Let's Move Cities, Towns, and Counties is First Lady Michelle Obama's nationwide campaign that awards a series of medals to communities that have made substantial improvements regarding healthy eating and active living. These include providing children with a healthy start, educating on My Plate, initiating summer meals programs, and launching initiatives to increase physical activity. Lynchburg became a Let's Move city in October 2012. In July of this year, National League of Cities and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services awarded Lynchburg its 5th and final gold medal, the highest distinction possible, resulting in Lynchburg being advanced to the #1 rank among 522 other communities. In recognition of our city's exemplary progress, Lynchburg has been selected to represent Let's Move Cities, Towns, and Counties at the First Lady's Garden Harvest tomorrow at the White House. Mayor Foster and I, as Let's Move representatives, will be chaperoning our 2 youth, Jesse and Jalea. Jesse and Jalea will meet the First Lady, harvest the White House garden, and cook a fresh meal made from the produce. They'll be joined by celebrity singers, chefs, basketball players, and the like, making tomorrow a day I'm sure they will remember for the rest of their lives. Jesse and Jalea were selected due to their involvement with Live Healthy Lynchburg. Over the last year, LHL has been forming relationships with neighborhoods in an effort to enable them to achieve their own priorities. One resulting project was an after-school program that Jalea and Jesse have attended at their neighborhood community room. Now, before I turn it over to the 2 whom I know you want to hear the most from, I want to tell you a quick story about this family. When I first approached Sarah, Jesse and Jalea's mom, about bringing the kids, we had 3 children that could go and only 2 available spots. Each child calmly wrote their name on a piece of paper, put it in a baseball cap, while an older sister was chosen to draw the 2 names that would attend. When Jesse and Jalea's names were drawn, their sister, Emma, burst into tears. And while Sarah tried to comfort her, but to no avail, that's when Jalea wrapped her arms around her sister and said, "Mom, I want Emma to go instead of me." It was such a touching moment and a great example of the generosity that these 2 young kids exuberate. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Jesse and Jalea Thoms. What do you want to talk about?
So are you excited?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to talk a little about that? And what, we're told to just call the First Lady, Mrs. Obama. So do you want to talk about maybe, would there be anything you would ask her in particular or say tomorrow? Or we can practice it on the train.
Yeah. What are you most looking forward to? What are you most excited about?
To meet her.
To meet her? What do you want to say to Mrs. Obama?
Jesse, will you do us a favor and tell her you go to the greatest school in Lynchburg, Virginia? Will you do that for us tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Do you want to talk to Leah?
Hey.
What would you like to tell the First Lady? What did Miss Nelson say?
I would like to tell her how I feel.
Have you learned anything from the Live Healthy Lynchburg initiative that maybe you could share with her? The things that you've learned after school about eating healthy or exercising? Anything in particular that maybe you would share with her that meets down here in Lynchburg with you all? With the after school program? Don't pretend, just pretend you're not. You guys are not shy. Want to help her out, Jessie? You know of anything that maybe that together you all have learned in the program?
Yeah.
Well, tell me what was important in the program that you learned, and what you've learned about good health, good eating, or exercising. We can share.
We need fruit to be stronger.
Yes. Fruit helps make you strong, absolutely. What about exercise, Julia? I bet you do a lot of running and playing. Did you learn how, is that important to us? How important? I saw you out on the floor dancing one day recently, and you were doing really great at it. Yes.
You do softball too, right, Tina?
You want to tell us what grade you're in and some of the things that you're involved with? You want to get near the mic? Okay, what grade? Fourth grade. And what are the things, sports or activities you enjoy?
I play softball and
Running. Great sports. How about you, Jessie? How about you?
I like football, basketball, soccer.
Oh, you're a really active sports person. And what grade are you in here? Fourth grade as well. Okay, are you all twins?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I love your manners. You all have wonderful manners. So thank you all so much. Any parting thoughts? We have some things for you all for the train tomorrow. Talia, would you like to come up? This one's for Jessie. When we're on the train tomorrow, it's going to take maybe about 4 hours to get there. You might get bored talking to two adults. So we have some things in there that might be fun just for you all. And here's one for you, Julia. And we have a box because how many brothers and sisters do you all have? 11 brothers and sisters. Well, we have some packages there for others in the family to enjoy as well. So tell your sister Emma hello for us, okay? And that she's very brave because she let her sister and her brother go when she really wanted to go too. So tell her hello for us and that we're sending her a special gift, okay? Thank you all. Look forward to seeing you all bright and early in the morning. We'll get the box. Are there any questions from anyone, the press, or any? Well, guess what? This press conference is closed, and we will take good notes and take good pictures tomorrow. So thank you. Thank you all for coming in.